Now we are out into the free roaming part of the city, and we're being sent to go to talk to Birdman.
How's it going?
But also, here's our old friend Nomad contacting us, and yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
Now we can choose which way you want to go. I'm gonna talk to Nomad first.
I say that geezer can wait, but it's your choice. Check your map for where to find me.
Yeah, can you come and visit Dice? Not in general. Probably not. But that's also not my call. Call us up and ask nicely, I guess. When you get when you restart a trial 2 feet from the start line, you get a loading screen. What is it loading? You always throw up that loading screen to just get you back to where you start the trial, or the dash, or whatever it is. Like, it's just going to be a very, very, very quick loading screen in that case. Chat wants Birdman. We'll get to Birdman.
Don't fall off.
There she is, in the flesh.
In my clothes, even. Thanks for looking after them. How have you been?
Well, you know, living, surviving. I missed you.
Don't gush. So what do you need help with?
It's the Outcast in Greylands. They're setting up a comm system to warn about case upgrades, but they need control chips, which can be found in all comm relay boxes.
Control chips? Relay boxes. Okay.
By ripping those chips, you mess things up for Allcom and help the Outcast at the same time. Can you do it?
Sure. You know me. Always helping those in need.
You can play indifferent, but I know why you got locked up.
Yeah, I was stupid. Where can I find these boxes?
Not far from here. I'll mark them for you.
Okay, on it.
Some overlap over the things I do here. What's more difficult, Minecraft command blocks that I've been doing on my channel, or making this kind of game? This kind of game is a massive, massive effort. It takes a lot of people, a lot of different disciplines, are super hard in general. Yeah. This game is not something I could make alone. Progression system going to change drastically for the final game. I don't think, there's not many things that are going to change drastically. Here we go, Protector, second archetype we meet up with. And this is a bit more of a tough guy. Can't just spam to get through this one. We actually have to be a bit smart and use our new combat system, so it's a good thing to show off. Combat shift. Now we can actually, like, spin around this guy, get behind him. Hello. Ow. And not try to be too fancy. And then throw him off different directions. Yeah, indeed. Hello. He's not having a good time. Oh, I won't regret this. I'm sorry. Let's grab a chip.
Just pulled another chip.
Excellent. This will make a difference, I promise you. By the way, did you talk to Dogan yet? Rumor has it you owe him a lot of...
Yeah, Swinksy. YouTube chat is a lot calmer than this one. Most people are watching on Twitch.
I'm sure you can work something out. And if not, I'll come with you.
I'm trying to coil over things and I don't have coil.
All in the Greylands.
Hey, eyes open.
Hello.
We might need backup. Just breach her.
No, they're not.
Good copy. Flying.
Ow. Into the wall. Come on. I kick you off the building. There you go. Ow. There was a sign in the way. The thing, if you notice, comparing this game and the first game when it comes to combat, is this is much more of a sort of deep systemic combat. So if you learn how to deal with it, you can do a lot more things. You can manipulate it in the way you want, and it gives you a lot more options. Are you gonna do Birdman world record attempts? No. That's gonna do that. That would have me grinding a long time. Oh, smack. The background images of loading screens sometimes appear after a few seconds. There are a lot of like small glitches and stuff in the beta. I wouldn't necessarily. Ow. Okay. Also, not the combat system you should be answering questions while toying around with. But yeah, it's a beta. There's gonna have a bit of the technical things that aren't completely finished, and that's just the way betas are. So don't like necessarily draw a lot of conclusions for details of loading screens and stuff in the beta.
Good, but we have a problem. There's a lowcast in trouble not far from you. Listen.
No! Scan my grid prints again! I did. You were supposed to be on your way to Food Dome Epsilon 3 days ago. Subdue him.
Faith, Nomad. What's happening?
K-Sec is happening.
K-Sec is happening. Yep.
Faith, don't get involved. Look, I told you, this is happening all the time. It's not your fight.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, also like, I'm a decent enough player at this game, but not potentially like the world record kind of guy. Also, I don't like, with the development in this game, I actually don't have time to smack. Ow. To just grind the world records. It takes a long time. If you want to really get a good time on a dash or something, you have to really repeat it a lot.
I took care of them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Resetting a dash takes way too long, in my opinion. Yeah, it depends on like if you run a long way on a dash, you're actually pretty far from where you started, and we have to load the world back to where you were. But of course, we're always optimizing and trying to get better loading times on all parts of the game.
Figured as much. Where?
There's a dead drop at the marker on your map.
Let's see. Did I got enough for an upgrade, so I pretty much always just go for skill roll first, because when you have skill roll, it makes such a massive difference to how you can keep your flow through just running through the city like that. And the other thing that many people maybe don't notice at first if you're just playing along is when you do a roll, you can actually, or not roll, when you do a slide, you can actually skill roll out of that, which means that you can keep your momentum a lot better when you're just running and you have to slide under an object. Can't do it now because I don't have the momentum, but that kind of situation normally. Hello, Vital. Let's see, before we start the next part here, I'm just gonna check. Will this game have DLC updates? Can't talk about that. We'll, you know, it's post-release stuff. We're just in the beta here. You personally talked to Solar Fields? No, I haven't been that much involved with the music of the game. Because, yeah, like I said, it's a massive undertaking. Like, if one person tried to do my job and then also music, then you wouldn't get music. Skill roll out of slide is an actual mechanic, yes.
I'm there. Where's the dead drop?
Slight change of plans.
And yes, I am a dev for this game. I am the technical design director on the project, and yes, DICE is the name of the game studio. Digital Illusions Creative Entertainment. Can you make a video about the development of the game? We'll see. We can't make any promises about that now. We're just sort of focused on the beta here. So yeah, there you have it. Okay. Be Like Water, this is basically showing you the traversal attacks. So we're still sort of in the tutorial-ish parts of the game. We're trying to teach you all of the things. And this is all about how you just keep flow through enemies, so you don't have to like stop and fight them. You can just use traversal attacks and just keep going. Like so. Ow. Oh. Accidental games, which I presume it means sparks.
You got good flow. Keep it up.
And yeah, you can do that out of basically most moves as long as you're in flow. You can just keep using the light attack button and you'll keep going. And we're done.
There. I hope it's worth all the trouble.
More than worth it. You helped a lot of people today, Faith. Talk more soon.
I put a beat LE outside of the map in my monster, yes.
I like using the conglomerate's tool
That
like
is,
this. The billboards are perfect for that.
that's good. So yeah, now we have the billboards. We're talking about those too. We've unlocked like delivery missions and stuff, so we're getting a bit of the free roaming content of the game unlocked here. And what happens basically is this first little free roaming part, you just continuously unlock more and more content as you learn more and more about the systems of the game. Will the final game have some tools like UI element to measure meters per second? Like you're talking like a speedometer basically. I don't think we have any like big UI elements stuff like that you don't see in the beta.
Hey Faith, I need your help. We just barely repelled a
All right.
attack on the beat.
It's,
Data got scattered all over the city.
Here we have grid leaks.
The grid. Please tap into
These shiny orbs here are data leaks from an attack. Basically a collectible. So if you grab one of these, it's just a little bit of XP and a lot of them across the game. You have one of the 15 here, and there's tons and tons across the game. Orb, actually, streamer orb, not the collectible orb. Unlocked all of them in the beta, which is quite impressive because there's one that normally should require the mag rope attachment, which isn't in the beta. Alright, so we're heading up to Birdman. A little homage here to the first game. Let's see. Oh. Any hope for user mods? I mean, in general, no, we don't have mod tools for the Frostbite games, but I mean, mods were always something that users or players made, modders made, not something that we made. So yeah, I mean, that's up to modders in some way or form. But no, there are no, like, we don't provide mod tools. Follow the red. Birdman.
Easy, easy there. Leave my door alone. Patience never was your virtue, Faith.
Thought you were taking a nap. Isn't that what old people do?
Careful with that mouth, girl. I guess 2 years of peace and quiet is all I get.
Yeah, I missed you too.
Noah wanted me to test you. I told him I'd do no such thing. But I have a dash for you. Enough to test yourself.
So that's good.
I already fed you, Calliope. Get off of me. Damn rats with wings. Never leave me alone. But they have their uses.
Patience never was your virtue.
True. That's why I can smell my own. Now off with you. Show them other runners that you've got your uses too. It's good to have you back, girl.
That's about 400 comments about not picking up that bag. Yeah, okay. Well, I can't give away all the secrets. You gotta find something really wrong. No, I didn't pick up the bag. What else? Let's see, why is it always daytime when I play the beta? The time of day is generally, as long as you're playing the story of the game, like until the end game, this time of day is locked into your progression along the story, because we, like, you know, some stuff is supposed to take place in some certain times of day. But so it's gonna be night here in a while. We're gonna do Birdman's follow the red dash here, but then basically, yeah, it's gonna be turned into nighttime as we head on to back in the game. But yeah, after you finish the main sort of storyline content of the beta, you'll be in sort of eternal daytime, because yeah, you're not progressing to the next main mission. What programming languages are used? The runtime of the game engine is all basically C++. Our tools are written in C#, and then there's a basically a custom visual scripting language called schematics, which you use for the game logic, level design logic and stuff, and then there's a smattering of like Python stuff used in our tool. There's a lot of different programming stuff. Let's see. I can get all the collectibles in closed beta. Floating ones require mag group. Yeah, I mean the one that requires the mag group essentially. Oh, I missed it. Dang it. Yeah, we didn't think you could get them in the beta. They were sort of meant to be there to sort of be a little hint that here you're gonna be able to get Grid Lake if you there we go, if you get the mag group later on. But then yeah, people have found ways to get it. It's impressive. How many sections of the city are there? How much more content is there than in the beta? Well, you'll find out all of that when you see the game. Like we're gonna keep it to the beta here. Where's the line drawn between freedom of movement and doing things unintentionally? Things like bunny hopping for speed, bouncing the environment for speed. A lot of that is intentional complexity. So, like, if you slim the game down to where it was only like the base movement set and you couldn't like do skill moves to gain speed, basically, to if there was no skill element to running, then well, there wouldn't be much of a speedrunning game with it. What incentive to jump off a building, you horrible person. I never told you you could get it. Yeah, I don't have coal yet, so I mean this is obviously not going to be the best of times. This child has broken my mouse today. Sorry, man. Whoa! I messed it up so bad. $32. Yeah, that's that one mistake. Usually without coil, without the mag rope, because there's a mag rope shortcut, you can end up at around 30 without a problem here. That is an interesting list. I don't quite know why my time isn't on that. Some of you have commented about a time I had on a Dash. There was a test gone rogue, essentially, and that ended up in the beta for a while before we removed the time. So that's all that was. Oops. Yeah, Lethanio's in that timetable. Yeah, that essentially that list is a list of your friends on Origin and the best people in the world, which is obviously like it's a bit. There's a lot of good speedrunners on this game, and yeah, a lot of people basically doing this much better than I ever can. I mean, I'm a decent enough player, but I'm not a dedicated speedrunner. I've played the first game a lot, but I've not speedrun it. But those sure are some really impressive times. Did Submit use the mag rope shortcut? The mag rope is not in the beta, so I assume he didn't. I haven't seen his route. Oh. Now I'm looking at chat again. Speedrunners will destroy this game just like the first one, and yeah. I mean, people are gonna... I hope people are gonna run it, and people are gonna try to find as much stuff as they can to get through the game quickly. How do you slide into a tumble? The slide into a tumble is a slide and then a skill roll out of it. Wow. And this section is glitching out. I haven't had this section glitch out in a long time.